Hello everybody, a warm welcome from me. I am Elizabeth Neach, I'm the International Admissions Manager at Bournemouth University, and today's webinar is about studying in the UK, especially at Bournemouth University. We will cover a whole number of topics. I will talk about briefly where Bournemouth is in the UK. We also will briefly talk about the UK higher education system, which is important for you to know to prepare your studies in the UK. We will talk about the academic subjects that BU offers and that we are particularly strong at. We will talk about the entry requirements to our courses and key facts about us as a university. We will also talk about tuition fees and scholarships, which is obviously very important for you to know in order to fund your studies, about accommodation that is available at BU, sport at BU, the help and advice that you can get during your studies and also in preparation for your studies. And how you can stay in touch with us. And you can obviously, after this presentation, ask me any kind of question that you would like, that you're interested in to know, and I will answer to my best knowledge. You will, at the end of this presentation, you will also be sent this presentation. So any words in this presentation that are hyperlinked, you will be able to click on when you receive this presentation and find further information from our website. To get started, where is Bournemouth? Bournemouth is a town located in the southwest of England in a county called Dorset. Bournemouth is right at the coast. We've got lovely long beaches, 12-kilometer long sandy beaches. But what is probably more important for you to know as international student is that Bournemouth is only 2 hours away from London by train or by coach. So in the UK we've got a very good coach system, bus system that you can use, which has very good prices, and with this coach you can go to London within 1.5 to 2 hours. The coaches drive regular every other hour, so a lot of our students, they actually go to London for the weekend or sometimes even just for the evening. It is also important for you to have this close location to London depending on where you come from. So obviously you will need easy access to the big UK airports like Heathrow or Gatwick, for example. So these airports will also be easily accessible for you or for your parents when they come to visit you, or when you are traveling home over the holidays. Bournemouth is a very popular British holiday destination, so we have a lot of British people coming to us during the summer, but also we have a lot of international students coming to Bournemouth during the summer, because Bournemouth alone has 62 language schools. Together with the university students, this creates a really wonderful atmosphere, a wonderful international atmosphere, with a very exciting nightlife as well, although you are of course supposed to concentrate on your studies, but equally there is a lot to do and to see in Bournemouth in the evenings, but also during the day. We have a beautiful countryside which you can reach very easily by local bus services. Obviously you can read about this from our students on our undergraduate student blogs and also the postgraduate student blogs, and see what our students say about living in Bournemouth. Here are just some picture of the area around Bournemouth. On the top left you can see the old Harry Rocks, which are very famous for the Jurassic coast. So a lot of people come here to visit this beautiful landscape. You can go on really amazing, stunning walks with stunning views across the coast. And the name Jurassic Coast does not come from anywhere. Along our coastline in Dorset, a lot of fossils have been found. So you will see a lot of people actually trying to find fossils on the beach, and you can book specific tours. And our Faculty of Science and Technology, which is offering courses in archaeology, they will go and take their students out to day trips to do digging exercises and such things. So it is very hands-on. In the middle you see a picture of Bournemouth Beach with our main pier, which is quite famous. During the summer, we have big fireworks every Friday evening at 10 p.m. You can see a picture on the top right. Fireworks at Poole Quay. Poole is a neighboring town to Bournemouth, which is so close to Bournemouth that you can't even feel the end of one town and the beginning of the other. So it is again very easily accessible by local buses. On the bottom left you can see a picture of the Bournemouth Air Festival with a display of the Red Arrows, which are very famous in the UK. They are the elite Air Force troop and are every year coming to Bournemouth for special flying displays. So when you are planning to come to Bournemouth, you should always try to come at the end of August, because this is an amazing festival which is as well free of charge, with a number of different really exciting displays. And on the bottom right hand you can see a picture of Corfe Castle on the Isle of Purbeck, which is again very easily accessible by local buses. But this is just to give you an idea about our landscape and the beauty of the region, really. But why choose BU? Well, BU has gone through an excessive development in the past years, so we are very proud to say that we are now within the top 500 universities in the world. So we also rose 11 places in the 2015 Complete University Guide rankings and are now rated 4th in the southwest of universities. We are within the top 10 in the 2016 Guardian rankings for hospitality, events and tourism. I will talk about this later, but our Faculty of Management is delivering a number of tourism and hospitality related courses which are highly recognized across the professional sector. We are as well within the top 20 in the 2016 Guardian rankings for journalism and public relations, which is offered by our Faculty of Media and Communications. And first university in the UK commended for quality of student learning opportunities. Also, I will mention it again later when we talk about the Faculty of Media and Communications. Our animation courses are all NCCA accredited, which is an internationally recognized accreditation by the National Center for Computer Animation. So this should have a great impact on you making the decision when choosing your course. Any more reasons why to choose BU? We do support our applicants and our students with a number of scholarships in different categories. So in 2013-14 we awarded over 1,224 scholarships worth over £2.2 million. So always consider applying for scholarships. For some scholarships, you do not even need to apply. You get them awarded, if you qualify, you get them awarded automatically. So this is a great incentive for you when you have to think about your university funding options. We have 2,372 international students, which are coming from 120 different countries. And the university has recently invested a lot of money into new buildings, facilities, laboratories, IT equipment, especially for our Faculty of Media and Communication, but also our Faculty of Science and Technology, which work a lot with, which have a lot of practical elements in their courses. So where you need laboratories, and so this will definitely help you, and there are brand new facilities now. 96% of our research was rated as internationally recognized as well, which we are very proud of. I already told you that we are now within the top 500 universities within the World University Rankings, and also very, very important for Bournemouth, and we are very proud to say that AFC Bournemouth is now a Premier Football club. So if you're interested in football, you will certainly have a very exciting time watching our football matches in our new stadium. Here are just some pictures for you to get an idea of the campus. So these pictures are taken on our main campus, Talbot campus. On the top left you can see the main reception area, which is called the atrium, which has also a lovely Starbucks, brand new, where a lot of our students just meet, have their coffees, mix with staff and their academics. On the top right hand side you see this is a picture of the Faculty of Media and Communication. On the bottom left you see a picture of our brand new student center, which was just opened in August 2015, so it's brand new. It's really an amazing building, very bright, really lovely, with brand new facilities. And on the bottom right hand side you just have a picture of the campus. Again, another picture of our student center on the top, and on the right hand side top you can see a picture of our main lecture theater, which is called Kimmeridge House. Most important for you is probably to know what are the entry requirements for international students when you want to come to study in the UK. So there are two main elements that you have to look out for. First of all, we have academic entry requirements, which means academically you must meet these entry requirements and a certain level of education to be accepted onto a course. And secondly, your linguistic qualification. So we need to know what your current level of English is, and we cannot accept any English qualification, which is normal. But if you have any questions about which qualification we can accept for English, then please just get in touch with the international admissions team and we can tell you exactly what you need to do, or if we can accept a qualification that you have already done. So typically for an undergraduate degree you need a qualification that is A-level equivalent. The UK A-levels are basically the qualification that students receive after they completed their schooling. So you could also, for example, do the International Baccalaureate Diploma, the European Baccalaureate Diploma, the US High School Diploma with SATs or any other qualification. So when you apply, we will look at what your latest qualification is, and we will see how this qualification compares to UK A-level standard. Yeah, and then make our decision. Typically, you would need an IELTS equivalent of 6.0 with a minimum of 5.5 in each component. Or you can easily just do a pre-sessional English course at our partner college, which has also just recently opened and is brand new in October 2015. For a postgraduate degree, you must already hold a qualification that is comparable to a UK bachelor degree. And again, you need an IELTS level comparable to a minimum of 6.0 overall or 5.5 in each component. These entry requirements are very generic, so it could be that for a specific course, if you apply for a very specialized course, that the entry requirements are higher, or if you apply for a very word-intense, language-rich course like journalism, for example, or script writing, that the English requirements are higher. So we may have to ask you for an IELTS equivalent of 7.0. But these information you can easily find on our website within the course description. So always take the time to look at these. If you have studied, let's say, a while ago and have been working since you've got a relevant work experience, we would always take this into account. So please make sure you put these details into your application. We can also take into account if you have already, for example, started a bachelor degree year 1 or 2 in another country or even in the UK, and then want to change university and want to come to BU. But obviously you don't want to start at year 1 anymore, you want to start straight away at year 2 or the final year. This is called accreditation of prior learning. So this is possible, but we would also ask you for further details and detailed transcripts of your previous studies. So keep this in mind. As I mentioned before, one of our leading faculties is the Faculty of Media and Communications. They are offering courses in animation, English, communications, marketing, journalism, politics, film and TV. And the flagship really for the Faculty of Media and Communication are our animation courses, because they are accredited by the NCCA, which I mentioned earlier. And just to give you an idea that this is a very important accreditation, especially for your job search after your studies. Our students took part in the production of Avatar, the movie Avatar, our animation students, and also in the production of Gravity. So our lecturers, the majority of them have still very strong links to the industry. So this is how we can ensure that our students are educated, absolutely up to date, and that they get exactly the training and the education that they need to really succeed at top level in their sector of career choice. Communications and journalism obviously are and English are obviously very language-rich courses. So for these courses, please specifically check the English language requirements. If you think, oh dear, they look a bit high and I'm not up to this level yet with my English, that's no problem. Please still apply and still get in touch with us, because we can refer you to our partner college to complete a pre-sessional course. Our Faculty of Science and Technology offers two big groups of subjects. One group are science-based subjects. The other ones are engineering, technology, and computing-based subjects. So these are obviously the science-based subjects, and we cover courses in anthropology, archaeology, forensics and geography, biological and environmental science. These courses are really interesting, and you can see obviously a picture of Stonehenge. Stonehenge is as well just a 1-hour drive from Bournemouth away, so you will have your day trips to archaeological sites, and on the top and on the bottom middle line you can see a picture of some excavations. So these courses on archaeology and anthropology, they're obviously very practical, and you will very much enjoy going out into the field to do your investigations. The design, engineering, computing courses and creative technology, we have a number of very new courses like forensic computing, which meet exactly the market demand at the moment. So these are as well very interesting courses, and certainly you should consider them if you have an interest in computing, engineering, and also design. Creative technology are courses like games technology, for example, or music and audio technology. Our Faculty of Management offers two main subject areas. The first one is business and management. The second one is tourism. So in business and management, obviously we offer courses in accounting, finance, business and management. We have our own highly recognized MBA course. You can study economics, but also law courses. And a lot of our management courses, they specifically focus on international business, international law, international finance. So this is basically to prepare you to work in a global, in an international environment. Tourism, hospitality, retail, events and sports is also offered by the Faculty of Management. They offer very interesting courses. The courses are very highly recognized in the industry as well. So you can choose from a whole variety. And the postgraduate courses in this area are mostly conversion courses. So if you have, for example, studied a bachelor in finance and want to go into tourism, then this would be easily possible. You would just have to to send us your application, and we will as well, if needed, help you or advise you in choosing the right course based on your academic profile and your career aspirations. Our final faculty, the Health and Social Services, offers courses in psychology, exercise science, nutrition, social work, sociology and anthropology, sociology and social policy. Also, really, these courses are highly recognized and are as well just really interesting. The only challenge about some of these courses may be that if they are NHS funded, which means that they are funded by the UK health system, it may deny access for international students. So if you apply for one of these courses as an overseas student, non-EU, we may have to come back to you and say, look, we cannot allow you onto this course because of funding problems, but we would always offer you a suitable alternative which also meets your interest. Yeah? Tuition fees and scholarships. So tuition fees for an overseas student are typically around the area of £13,500 per year. For postgrad courses, they are between 11,000 and 14,500 per year. There are several discounts available, obviously. If you already have a sibling at Bournemouth University, you qualify for a 20% discount. Or if you have already studied a bachelor degree at BU, then you qualify for an alumni discount of 15% if you want to move on to a master's degree. So once you started at BU with a bachelor degree, it is really worth considering just continuing your master's at BU. You also get early payment discounts, which do really make a difference. I mentioned before that we have a number of automatic scholarships as well. So this means once you apply, we will make an assessment on your eligibility for the Academic Excellence Scholarship automatically. You don't need to apply for the scholarship. We will just, if you qualify, we will let you know. And this scholarship you will receive in form of a tuition fee reduction. Undergraduate EU students receive typically an amount of £1,500 reduction on their tuition fee, and international students of £2,000. Postgraduate EU students can have a reduction of £2,000 and international students of £3,500 for September 2016 start. The Academic Excellence Scholarship, the purpose of it is for BU to reward academic excellence. So if you have achieved very good grades in your undergraduate degree, or even in your schooling, doing your A-levels or your high school diplomas, then this is when you will receive this scholarship. We can tell you exactly what you need for which qualification, but there's also a list for comparabilities on the website. Undergraduate applications in the UK typically should go through UCAS. UCAS is a central system in the UK where students, all undergraduate students, international, EU and UK students submit their application, and UCAS then sends your application off to the universities that you've chosen. So we at BU and the international admissions team would receive your application through UCAS. The good thing about UCAS is that you can automatically send your application to 5 different universities, or to let's say, or 2 universities, but make 5 choices, apply for 5 different courses. So this automatically increases your chances of really finding a suitable course, a suitable location. But this is what the UCAS system is about. There are a number of different deadlines that you should take serious. The first deadline is the 15th of January for you to submit your application. But at BU, we do accept your application at any time of the year, really. So don't be worried if you miss the deadline of the 15th of January. We would still accept your application and happily assess it. In addition to the Academic Excellence Scholarship, we have a number of further scholarships available which for which we have to apply. So details can all be found on the website, but for example, some of these scholarships, they offer up to a 50% fee reduction on your first year of study, or you can get specific scholarships in music or sports. So always check these out and on our website. But please remember that for these scholarships for which you have to apply, there are deadlines. So just make sure you don't miss the deadline For January starter courses, it is typically end of November, this deadline for application for the scholarship. For the September courses, courses that start in September, the deadline is usually around May. We have no deadline for you to send us your study application. Yeah, so we would always consider your application regardless at what point of the year we receive it. But obviously don't leave your application too late, because courses can fill up, or if you need a visa, for example, if you still need more time to retake IELTS, for example, you have to allow yourself enough time to get everything organized and sorted, and for us as well to help you with your visa applications. So you are well on time for the course start. These deadlines that I was just talking about, they apply to our scholarships. This is just information about your UCAS application. So obviously you register with UCAS and submit your personal details. You do this only once. That's the good thing about UCAS. So you apply 5 times to 5 different universities or 5 different courses, but you only submit your details once. You have to choose BU institution code, which is B50. So this is how UCAS identifies that you apply to Bournemouth University. And then you choose your courses, you enter all your education details, add a personal statement, an academic reference, and obviously you have to agree to the UCAS terms and conditions, which is a usual procedure, and then submit your application. Academic reference, we prefer an academic reference. However, if you have been out of school or out of university for more than 2 years and you tell us you just can't submit an academic reference anymore, then we would also consider a professional reference if you have been working since. But this is in exceptional circumstances, so academic reference would always be best. With your application can be sent either directly for non-EU students or via UCAS. But UCAS, although it may be a new system to you, it will end up being easier for you to do it. Postgraduate applications, you can just apply online, which is easiest on our website, or by post, or send us your application by email. We also have a whole number of contracted representatives, so you can, if you are an international student, you are very welcome to apply through one of our official representatives. And then my team would receive you in your applications, the international admissions team. For postgraduate applications, we try to give you a decision within 48 hours, unless we have more questions, we need more information, or your application is sent to the program leader, which is the case for certain courses. And in any case, the international admissions team, we will help you from the stage of us receiving your application through the entire admissions process until you arrive in the UK and enroll onto your course. So we can guide you through your English language requirements, your academic requirements, your preparations for your visa applications, etc., etc. This just gives you an idea about what you have to put on your personal statement. Basically, the personal statement has the purpose of giving us an idea of who you are. Why are you applying for this specific course? Why have you chosen this course? And why do you want to study this course at BU? Tell us as well what your career aspirations are. Like, you study this course, why do you study it? What do you want to achieve in your career with this course? Why do you think this course is the right choice for you to achieve your career aspirations? Because in some cases we could as well advise you and say, look, you want to become a hotel manager of a 5-star hotel. We are not sure that the course you have chosen really prepares you for this. It is more targeted at another subject. So we would suggest to you that you consider this and this course. So the personal statement is for us to get an idea of who you are, what do you want to achieve, who do you want to be in the future. And we will then help you and advise you accordingly if needed. You may as well just say, no, it's none of your business, and I want to do this course, full stop, and that is perfectly all right. We just try to give you as much support as possible to make sure you choose the right course and you get on the right track for your future. Your reference letter, again, I said it should be an academic reference by your tutor, teacher, lecturer at university. It would be nice to have your grade predictions, but I know that in a lot of countries this is not a common thing to do, so don't worry if it's not there. It would be good as well for us to know if you had like a weak moment during your previous studies, you struggled a bit with a few courses, but we would use this information only to understand why there may be a fail in your bachelor degree or why you had a shortfall in your A-level results, for example, because we take all this into account. We would take all contextual data into account. So if you give us this information, we would use it really to make sure that we find exactly the right thing for you to do. Accommodation. We have a number of different accommodation available at BU on campus and off campus, or in our student halls, or private study and bedrooms that you can rent. The costs are typically for halls of residence between 113 and 149 pounds per week. For the student village, which is on campus, it is 105 to 143 pounds per week. And uni-let basically means that you rent a room in a private accommodation, is between 95 and 130 pounds per week. Here are just some examples. So on the top left you see a typical student hall, our halls of residence. This is Purbeck House. On the top right you can see a private uni-let house in Winton. These private houses, they are all chosen and dotted along the university bus lines. So you as a student will get a free bus pass. So if you don't live on campus, then usually it's not a problem, because in private accommodation the buses would be nearby and you would get the bus ride for free, the university buses. On the bottom left you see a picture of the student village on Talbot campus, and just a picture of a typical bedroom in one of our other halls of residence. Sport at BU. We've got a brand new gym for staff and for students, which offers, there are a lot of sports clubs and societies. There is a specific focus on cricket, because we are in England, golf, tennis and volleyball, but obviously this is not all, so there is plenty of more you can sign up for, and we've got a really interesting, really nice program of different classes. Again, there's a lot of help and advice available, because as an international student you venture out on a very exciting journey, but obviously you will study in a different language, you will live in a different cultural environment, So there is a lot of support available for international students. So, for example, academic writing support, critical analysis, exam revision techniques, or how to do presentations and referencing in England, even though you may have done it in your home country, at your home university, but still things may be a little bit different at UK universities. So we have our own language center. You could even sign up to learn a totally different language. And we've got plenty of library and learning support, or additional support if there are any medical conditions or mental health issues. So the support is available. You just need to grab it by its horns, basically. And health and well-being, we have a chaplaincy, of course, plenty of counseling opportunities. If you're going through a rough time, we have an on-campus medical center, and we've got our own 2 policemen on the campus to ensure safety and personal security, which is usually not needed because Bournemouth is a very safe and secure town. That's from me so far. Thank you for listening. I know it's a lot of information to take in, but you can see our contact address on the bottom left of this slide. You can contact AskBU, or you can also view our websites on the right-hand side. There are the links to relevant websites for you. Or otherwise, just get in touch with the international office at BU with the email address of international@bournemouth.ac.uk. If you have any questions now, please feel free. I will try and answer them all, or investigate further and get back in touch with you. Thank you.